go to that.
Dogman, Bigfoot, gargoyles, all these cryptids we've come to know and fear. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Brookster Watches. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 7 of the creepiest cryptids caught on camera. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I do upload these videos very often. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a walk into the forest. Hey Wolfpack, I just want to interrupt and give a big old shout out to Kelly and Jezza, my brother and sister in Christ. Kelly wanted me to give y'all a big old, oh hell no. And thank you guys so much for watching, for supporting this channel. You are so awesome. So I just wanted to throw that in there right quick. Thank you so much yet again for supporting this channel. Okay, Wolfpack, so today is going to be a awesome episode. I have a lot in store for you. Man, there is going to be some creepy stuff. And the very first cryptid we're going to start with is called the Black Shu. So this one right here is by Norwich Evening News, and it says, has the Black Shu been spotted in Norwich?
Has Black Shu made its way to Norwich? Paul Oakley captured this footage of a large black beast in a field near the city earlier this week. Could it be the demonic hound that haunts the east of England that is said to kill people with the look of its red eyes? The ghostly dog has haunted the area for centuries, with an account from 1557 saying the beast burst through a church door in Bungay to the sound of thunder. Mr. Oakley said he is adamant what he saw was not a cat or a dog. What do you think?
It almost looks cat-like the way it's moving. Now, there are different legends of the Black Shu. Like this one right here, it says, one of the dogs shown here has known as the Black Shu. It was said to be an enormous beast, like the size of a calf. It's shaggy, coarse, it's hard to read it on here. Shaggy, coarse black hair, and it actually had one eye. Like it was almost like a cyclops. So, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think what we've seen in that video was indeed the Black Shu? The next cryptid I wanted to cover is actually the Werewolves of Ocer in Ireland. The legendary Werewolves of Ocer, a kingdom of early medieval Ireland, are the subject of a number of accounts in medieval Irish, English, and Norse works. The werewolves were said to have been descendants of a legendary figure named Llanech Féled, whose line gave rise to the king of Ocer. I did find a lot of crazy stuff on this, and it's crazy, but I found it mostly on Pinterest, and that gave me a good chuckle. So, like, Pinterest is filled with a lot of things. Like, there's actually a lot of news clippings of werewolves and stuff like that, and I really wish I could read this one, but it says 1743 on that one. But back to the Werewolves of Ocer. These werewolves are actually called the Fuela, and they're actually very nice werewolves. They protect children and missing men and women. There's all kinds of folklore about these particular werewolves of Ireland, and I do hope to dive into a lot of them in the future. Here is a website. It's called freethoughtblogs.com, and it's got all these medieval werewolves in them. And just looking at this medieval art, it just really goes to show you. Now, here's the priest I was talking about. It says, in an illustration from Topographa Hiberniae depicting the story of a traveling priest who meets and communes with a pair of good werewolves from the kingdom of Ocer. circa 1196 to 1223. So yeah, that's super medieval. It says medieval werewolves were a popular subject, but they were quite different from slavering, unreasoning beasts of later depictions. Werewolves weren't necessarily bad and retained the ability to reason. Even the transformation was different. So it says one way of man to wolf transformation is to wear a wolf skin. This is the most common in Old Norse Icelandic literature, where the wolf man is frequently referred to in skin-related terms, echoing the tradition of berserker, frenzied warriors wearing nothing but bear/wolf skin. Gerald of Wales, 1146 to 1223, also reports a priest encountering a werewolf couple while traveling across the region of Ocer in Ireland. When the priest refused to perform the last rites for the dying she-wolf, fearing that she might be something of the devil's trick, the man-wolf unzips the wolf skin to reveal an old woman underneath, as if it was just a coat. The difference in the transformative mode results in a difference of emphasis. When the woman comes out of the man, it is the wolf. The wolf is the essence, and the medieval portrayal, on the other hand, even though in some cases the wolf skin/form does bring out the beast within, the man is only wrapped, hidden, but never destroyed, and the werewolf is more like a riddle waiting to be solved. So this is actually one video of a werewolf I have actually never seen. Could he be a nice werewolf? Like a Fuela of Ireland? I guess we'll never know. Alright guys, so next up is Bigfoot. Of course, we all like to see pictures of Bigfoot and photo evidence, video evidence, and there is a lot of that. But very rarely do we ever hear of older tales, on this channel anyway. So I came across a couple of old tales of Bigfoots that actually made the newspaper back as far back as the 1700s and 1800s. But this particular one, it says the Ogden Standard Examiner Sikh tribe of giants in the U.S. And this actually happened in 1924. And it says trappers tell of a weird yarn of ape men. And it says cabin bombarded by a group of strange rock throwers. And it's from a lost tribe of Indians. Well, we all know that there have been a tribe of giants that were just described by Indian people, and they actually were like cannibals, or they ate the humans. But these ones right here were described as 7 to 8 feet tall, and they were just riddled with hair like all over them, kind of like a werewolf, a Bigfoot, or a bear. They actually compared it to like bear fur. A group of men were out on their expedition, and one night they were woken up by like these ape-like men trying to get into their cabin and throwing rocks and hitting their cabin. As you can see, I've actually captured a few pictures on Pinterest of some of these so-called Bigfoots or wild man. This one's from the Pyrenees Mountains. This one right here was actually captured in Price, Utah, and it says the creature appears big and bulky, but it is indeed real. A 1924 Bigfoot battle on Mount St. Helens helped launch a legend, and here we have like a cast next to this guy's foot right here. So this was all the way back in 1924. Yeah, right here. And like some of these, like it's so hard to read, and I wish I could, because they look super old and very interesting, right? I mean, look at that picture. That's crazy. So this one right here is about the lizard man sighting in South Carolina, of all places. It's actually by WCSC Live 5 News.
After nearly a decade without a sighting, Bishopville's mythical beast seems to be popping up again. Will Whitson has more from Scare or Swamp.
7 feet tall, scales, red eyes, and a massive tail. That's the description of the ever-elusive lizard man. Now, some people claim they have photographic proof he exists. But the question is it a lizard man, or is it simply a man in a lizard suit?
1988, skateboarder swamp. Christopher Davis stops to change a tire, but a flat was the least of his worries. Davis says without warning, a 7-foot lizard man leapt from the swamp and took a bite out of his car.
Okay, it's a little dramatic, but after almost a decade, the iconic lizard man surfaces again. These photos and iPhone video were sent in on 2 separate occasions over the weekend. The lizard man legend became a big deal in the late 80s after reports of a giant lizard with red eyes attacking cars by Skateboard Swamp in Lee County. But the Bishopville Cotton Museum has sightings documented all the way back to Native American times. The museum keeps an exhibit of lizard man lore on display.
How many things that we have taken as, oh, it's a story, it can't be, has been proven true. So yeah, as I tell people, you have to believe. You have to believe that there could be a lizard man out there.
But the lizard man legend is just one of many urban legends and myths across South Carolina. On the coast in Myrtle Beach, there have been multiple reports of UFO sightings or strange orbs. And of course, in Charleston in the Low Country, you have ghost tours and ghost stories. Even in the upstate, there are legends of haunted cemeteries throughout the mountains. Will Whitson for the Raycom News Network.
Pretty neat stuff, right? Do you believe in the lizard man? Okay, guys, so this next one right here is actually going to be about the elves of Iceland. I know, it's a really out there episode today, which I really wanted it to be. I want to dive more into these other cryptids and other creatures of different countries and ancient Gothic time, you know? So this one right here is by Cryptid here on TikTok, and she's just kind of explaining what the Iceland elves are. And then we're going to see an actual video capture of one.
Getting to know the Fae. Today's species is elves. Elves are a very European and Germanic belief, traveling up into the Nordic and Icelandic regions. There are actually caves in the Icelandic area that are protected by the government because 3/4 of their residents believe that elves reside there. Elves are going to be the most similar to humans in size and stature, and they're also largely the ones who are behind changelings, the species that would exchange a Fae child for a human child, and that Fae child is a changeling. Elves are believed to be the protectors of the forest and wooded area. Though they largely stay away from humans, you will find them amongst humans, and they're very communal. They live in groups. They have a fairly mild, almost human-like temperament, but they will get very angry and seek revenge if they feel offended. And one way that you can offend them is by comparing them to other Fae. They're not big fans of that.
Huh. Interesting. This is actually recorded in Iceland, and it's by Kalu Mighauser, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. So sorry about that. And it says, there are no people allowed at that point because there's a literal cliff and there's no birds there. I recorded this video today without any filters or anything by Dedafoss, Iceland, which is also close to Icebyrgi, which is called the capitals of elves in Iceland. Like, again, sorry if I butchered those names. So apparently she captured, oh, I see it! What the heck? Okay. Yeah, that was definitely so. Yeah, I seen like black hair. Whoa, that is neat. Yeah, I seen it pop up. What? So the next cryptid we're going to discuss is the vampire. Yes, very gothic and romantic in nature. But this right here, it was captured by Alex Calvo's Is Haunted.
So here's the full video. If you saw the story, you know, last night I saw something in the house that, as crazy as it sounds, to me looked like a vampire. I'm just going to show you the video. Here we go. Okay, try it again. You're hearing sounds up here, like somebody's moving around. This stuff's been happening, but as soon as I pull my phone out, everything stops.
Of course.
I don't know. I don't know. I swear I heard somebody up here. Holy shit, I don't know what happened. That thing vanished, and my camera stopped recording immediately. At the same time, it's gone. Here's a slowed down version of what you saw, brightened and close up. I'm gonna post a still. I'm not sure how well you can see it. It turned like an old man to the door, lurched forward, and vanished.
Oh, hell no to that.
Honestly, at a loss for what to do from here, but I'll keep you guys updated.
That is super creepy. That vampire actually looked like Nosferatu. That's what it reminded me of, like creeping in the background. And the last cryptid I'm actually going to share with you guys is the Gargoyle. And the first video we're going to watch from TikTok is a little bit of an explanation on what a gargoyle is. Then we're going to look at a video captured of a real gargoyle. So this one right here is by Mythos Mythology.
When you first hear the word gargoyle, people often refer to the statue found hanging from the side of Notre Dame Cathedral. Before the 1800s, gargoyles were common along the roofs of churches and schools. Some interesting facts about gargoyles. 1. People believed that gargoyles protect the buildings that they guard. 2. Most gargoyles combine the features of 2 or more animals. 3. The oldest known standing gargoyle in the world can be found in Turkey. 4. In Greece, the original temple of Zeus featured around 102 gargoyles in total. 5. Some Christian legends state that gargoyles are monsters that attack people. 6. People used to make gargoyles with human features as well. 7. In ancient Egypt, gargoyle designs typically took on the form of a lion with wings. In many cultures, people believe that these statues protect people and ward off evil spirits. However, some people also believe that they are evil creatures waiting for the right moment to attack. When you first hear the word gargoyle,
kind of reminds me of like angels and demons. This one right here is by Chicago Cryptoid Bushman. It says they are not only stories, they are real. So this is a supposed gargoyle caught on camera.
This farmer looks up and he sees this flying in the air. When he notices it's coming down and it lands on top of the roof of his home. I put it in slow motion. In the beginning for you can see the characteristics of this gargoyle. It is so weird how they're showing up in Nicaragua, in Italy, so far that we've seen. Are they living in caves? Are they underground? When we noticed them, what were they doing out there? Are they hunting for food? Man, I just wonder. But they're real.
That's crazy. Like, especially this part right here. I don't know, guys. Do y'all think that's real? Do you think it's fake? Let me know in the comments below. Y'all remember that Gargoyle TV show in the 90s? Man, I used to watch that all the time as a kid. The animated series Gargoyles. That was the good times back then. I really liked that show. But this looks nothing like one of those friendly gargoyles. So,
Well, everyone, what did you think of those 7 creepy cryptids? Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever seen a dog man, Bigfoot, or any other cryptid? Send your encounter to me. I will start reading them again live very soon, so make sure you send them all in to me. You can email me, or you can just throw it in the comments. As always, I want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel. Guys, you are so amazing. Thank you so much for what you do. I just want to give a reminder on the new merch I have on my new merch store, so make sure you go check that out. You get 20% off your entire purchase if you put in the discount code Wolfpack at the end. And Wolfpack, keep your head up, keep your paws up, stay strong, turn to Jesus. Thank God on the daily, no matter what you're going through. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving this video a watch. I will see you in the next. Bye!
You